Welcome you all. This is day 2 and we will continue the same chapter, Human Geography, Nature and Scope. In the last class we have done till dualism. Okay. Today we will cover few topics like naturalization of humans, environmental determinism, humanization of nature, possibilism and stop and go determinism. Okay, and then after I'll send you few assignments, right? Now let us start our first topic, naturalization of humans. Naturalization of humans. In the early days there was very low development of technology, or in fact you can say that the development of technology was very poor. So human activities were highly influenced by natural forces and environment. It means that humans were completely dependent on nature for fulfilling their demands and desires. Okay, so human activities were, you can say, the human activities were dictated by nature. Clear? The primitive man was almost completely controlled by nature. Now children, if you have not seen part 1 of this video, then you can, the link is in the description box. Okay. Now, in fact, they followed nature. The primitive man, they all followed nature. And it was nature who had fulfilled all humans' necessity, isn't it? The situation in which you can define it like the situation in which natural forces are more powerful than the human endeavor is termed as environmental determinism. Got it? Once again, let me tell you that naturalization of humans, what had happened in naturalization of human, that humans were completely and totally dependent on nature and life was controlled by nature. Okay. Now, let me come to the second topic, environmental determinism. What was that environmental determinism? This concept is very important, so be careful while listening it. The ancient Roman and Greek scholars like Hippocrates, Strabo, Aristotle and Herodotus were the first followers of determinism. Okay. Now, this philosophy says that aspects of physical geography, particularly climate, the tech, influence the psychological mindset of individuals, which in turn define the behavior and culture of the society that those individuals formed. Okay. Well, for example, tropical climates were said to cause laziness and relaxed attitudes. Okay, while frequent variability in the weather of the middle latitudes led to more determined and driven work ethics. Once again telling you that this environmental determinism, or this philosophy says that aspects of physical geography or aspects of physical geography, particularly climate, influence the psychological mindset of the people. It means that the climate influence the all activities of humans. Okay. Now, the core philosophy of this concept is the achievements of any civilization which is always bounded up with a particular type of climate. Okay. Let me tell you a very interesting thing, that this philosophy is also criticized by the scientific discoveries in the 20th century. Okay, but how? Discovery of different types of resources have been found under similar physical environment. If you take the example of fruits or the growing of the fruits in one climatic or under one climatic condition, then you can see the variety of fruits are growing under the same climatic conditions in different continents. It means that not same type of fruit will grow in different continents under similar type of climate. Okay, another example would be that environment which influence man, and it's man who can modify his environment. How is it? You can take the example of Indira Gandhi Canal in Rajasthan. Okay, so cause and effect relationship of determinism is not true. So in this situation, man always obeyed nature and also afraid of her fury, and therefore worshipped her. You can see this in you can see this environmental determinism in several tribal dominated areas of the world. They all are nature loving and are still leading primitive lives. Okay? Now, let me come to the third topic, humanization of nature. What is this humanization of nature? With the passage of time, now things started changing. What does it mean? It means that humans started understanding their environment, and now they can change and modify this also. The natural forces which affected their activities. Now social and cultural development started taking place, and more technology got developed. Now humans started shifting from a state of necessity to the state of freedom. But what is this state of necessity? State of necessity means that nature provided everything, and the humans, they were in fact dominated as well as dependent on nature completely. And what is this state of freedom? State of freedom is that where you can see that the human can change the constraints which are coming on their ways, or this is what the ability to act or change with the constraint. So physical constraints are no longer a problem for human beings at present, and they can modify the environment according to their needs, requirements and wish. Now, human activities can be seen everywhere, and development of transport, communication, ports, harbors, commercial agriculture, satellites, inner space, all these are what? All these are the examples of human development, isn't it? And this type of situation in which there are possibilities of human development has been termed as possibilism. There is a possibility to modify, there is a possibility to develop, okay, the things according to the needs of the people. Now, let me tell you about possibilism, that this is also very important from examination point of view. Okay, so let me tell you once again that environment sets certain limitations, but culture plays a different role, and it is determined by social conditions. Okay, people adapt to different conditions. The earth offers different places to humans, and that is how different living conditions and habits arise. Earth is offering different natural resources, and its people, according to their needs, that they are exploiting the resources. With the development of social and cultural conditions, humans have developed better and more efficient technology. Therefore, they started moving from a state of necessity to the state of freedom. Okay? Now, again telling you that with the development of social and cultural conditions, humans have developed better and more efficient technology. Therefore, they started moving from where? From state of necessity to the state of freedom. So, nature provides, what? Nature provides opportunities and human beings make use of these, and slowly nature gets humanized. Now have you understood the topic? Humanization of nature. So nature provides opportunities and human beings make use of these, and slowly nature gets humanized and starts bearing the imprints of human endeavor. Okay. Now the another concept based on this humanization of nature, this is your fourth one. Let us discuss something about this possibilism. That possibilism, this concept was in fact introduced by Lucien Febvre, and he was the French historian, and he was the first to use this word possibilism, whereas Vidal de la Blache, he forwarded his work. According to him, humans have the capacity to overcome the natural limitations. Okay? Humans have the capacity to overcome the natural limitations. This is possibility, and this is possibilism theory. Now this theory says that humans set certain limitations, but culture plays a different role, and it is determined by social conditions. Okay? People adapt to different conditions, that the earth offers different places to humans, and that is how different living conditions and habits arise. Nature provides opportunities and human beings make use of these, and slowly nature gets humanized and started bearing the imprints of human endeavor. With the development of social and cultural conditions, humans have developed better and more efficient technology. Therefore, they are moving from state of necessity to a state of freedom. Clear? Now, your last topic which we'll discuss about is neo-determinism or stop and go determinism. Okay. Who propounded? Who introduced this? Griffith Taylor, and he was a leading Australian geographer who introduced this concept which focus on the middle path between two concepts which we have already done, environmental determinism and possibilism. This concept shows that neither is there a situation of absolute necessity nor is there a condition of absolute freedom. It means that it focuses on absolute necessity, that is environmental determinism, remember, and absolute freedom, that is possibilism. Therefore, this concept focus on middle path between environmental determinism and possibilism. Possibilities can be created within the environment, and there is no free run without accidents. And if it happens, the result is environmental pollution or greenhouse effect. Okay? So, possibilities can be created within the limits. You cannot go beyond this. Possibilities can be created within limits which do not damage the environment or which should not damage the environment. In fact, it should focus on the sustainable development. It states that nature acts as an active agent. However, humans too can influence the nature but not completely. For example, man has developed the equipments and the techniques through which he can measure the intensity and magnitude of earthquake, but he cannot predict it. Okay? So, this is what? Neo-determinism. So, what is the core concept or what is the core concern of this? That the middle path between what? Between environmental determinism and possibilism. Okay. So today we have covered till neo-determinism, and tomorrow we'll take up rest of the topics of the same chapter. Okay?